How does an anime trend #1 for 8 weeks straight? Well, if you ask me personally, it's fan service. But I'm a lost cause and a dirty, dirty boy. In reality, it's simple, really. It needs to be as hype as balls, it needs to shock you, appeal to a wide audience, and the presence of a top-tier waifu always helps. Basically, any ammunition to get people spamming mid on Twitter, X, whatever. Mid! But sometimes an anime doesn't need to be all that. Sometimes it simply just needs to be good and to excel at the basics. This is exactly what The Dangers in My Heart does so well. That is how this anime trended above hype shows like Solo Leveling, Frieren, and the one about the girl doing horny things to magical girls. I love that show. The Dangers in My Heart is a romance and comedy story, and a lot of romance anime in recent times have been labelled as diabetes, because they're so sweet. This term has been thrown around like Crunchyroll handing out awards to JJK lately, and that's simply because there are many top-tier romance anime rolling out right now. But when it comes to The Dangers in My Heart, it really is different. Because of this romance anime, I'm now taking freaking insulin, because this anime has force-fed me sugar directly into my bloodstream through my very eyeballs, thus diabetes. This also sucks because I'm a real man who can't handle needles. So I need somebody else to give me that shot whenever I think about or watch this anime. Mom! Now, as mentioned, where The Dangers in My Heart's trending success comes from is the fact that it doesn't do anything different from your standard school romance anime, but what it does is take the basics and then really excel at them, so it pulls you in, and this is done in 3 key areas. Kinda like my wife, she cooks, she cleans, she sucks my Firstly, The Dangers in My Heart is kind of like an underdog story in a way, and we're all a sucker for an underdog, right? There's something about them that we just root for. We want them to win and to succeed against the odds, but it wasn't like that with Ichikawa in the beginning. Most people couldn't stand him. They thought he was really creepy, and it turned a lot of people off the anime at first. I mean, he does look like a major creep, but who am I to judge? So this dude is super into serial killers, and he says things like he's not right in the head and that deep in his heart he's a bit of a bloodthirsty killer, which are all things I'd describe my cat. Feeding time is no joke. Anyway, he turns his head towards main girl Yamada, and to answer your question, bro, would you smash? Yep. So Ichikawa turns towards her and in his inner monologue says that she is the one he wants to kill the most. And yeah, as far as pickup lines go, I've heard worse. Now, this creepy I need to find a way to kill her thing only really lasts 2 or 3 episodes before the big 180 from kill, kill, kill turns to, oh, wait, no, I think I like this girl actually. Fuck! After this 180, we get to see the real side of Ichikawa and the actual story and premise of The Dangers in My Heart, in how the more he spends time with Yamada, the more he wants to protect and be with her. How the serial killer thing was a front to protect himself from getting hurt, and that she is helping him come out of his shell by Yamada being, well, Yamada. The two are complete opposites. We mentioned Ichikawa as being creepy and introverted, whereas Yamada is outgoing. She's a beautiful model and actress, and she's a bit of an airhead. It's not only an underdog story where we're backing Ichikawa to get the girl way out of his league. You got this, dog? But it's also a bit of an opposites attract story, as Yamada begins to have feelings for him too. Their connection comes from these two helping the other climb out of and overcoming their inner darkness. They're the shoulder for the other to cry on, and the one who makes the other a better person by opening them up to the dangers in their heart.
He said it! He said it!
And this is just such a sweet, sweet premise. Mom! A simple premise, but they excel this simplicity because of its relatability. We all have our own darkness and insecurities, and don't we all so desperately just want that someone special to help us through them? I remember the cold times. I would cry into my Kurumi hugging pillow. Oh, Kurumi, why? Why will no one love me? Why can't you be real? She always came through for me, man. She always came through. So we have established that the first area this anime smashes it out of the park is in its premise, but the next area is a huge make or break factor for a lot of anime out there, especially those trying to trend for as long as this has. And The Dangers in My Heart really brings it home here by nailing this second key area. It excels in its characters, and I know you're thinking, oh, characters, that's original, but I say F you, man. You just made my point. These characters are original. And while they share some common tropes with other anime characters, they still manage to feel unique. You can pick them out of the crowd, and the more you look at individual characters, the more special they become. We've got Ichikawa. The dude is an unpopular, edgy creep who fantasizes about murder. He lives rent-free inside his own head, and he's very bitter towards society, and overall, he's just a very awkward person. Basically, he is you and me. Apart from the murder fantasies, but if that's you, then cool. Mine tend to be about anime boobs, in all honesty, but you do you. Overall, Ichikawa is a total cringe lord, but he's a teenager, you know? Weren't we all cringe lords at 13? Like, some of the shit I did or said back then, it still keeps me awake at night now. Oh, hey, you asleep yet? Nah, I'm just getting there though. Thanks, pal. Good. Before you do though, remember that time when... The beauty of Ichikawa's character is that deep down, despite the cringe, he's the hero we all want to be. Though he worries about the attention being on him, he does stand up for what he feels is right. He dislikes those inconsiderate of others' feelings, people who bully, and those who treat others as objects. Overall, Ichikawa is a good guy, and it's his progression through the story that really draws us in. As anime fans and nerds in general, we're all like Ichikawa in a sense. Then we have Yamada. God damn, do we have Yamada. And between you and me, I would kill a man for that girl. Hey, would you look at that? I really am Ichikawa. Yamada is beautiful. She is cute. She is infectious. She is, well, perfect. The main thing that comes to mind when it comes to Yamada is that damn does this girl pack away the candy. I mean, the amount of snacks this girl consumes is just insane. It's crazy. This girl is a fashion model, an actress. She has to be looking after that figure, so where is all the weight going from these snacks? Oh, yeah, of course. It goes straight into those legs of hers. Of course, Yamada is pretty tall, to be fair. How tall is she actually? 5'7". I honestly thought she was taller than that. So how small is Ichikawa then? 5 foot? Nah, the wiki must be wrong. There's an obvious difference between the two, as Ichikawa's face is always up in Yamada's chest when the two are stood up straight. Right where I want to be, yo, whoa! So I guess if this is true, then the secret we've learned here today is to find a girl 7 inches taller than you. If you can't work out inches by face value, then she has to be at least 4 inches bigger than your... Now, the thing about Yamada's character that really makes her shine is her personality and how she makes it come across so strongly in the anime. The majority of the show is narrated through Ichikawa's inner monologues. He is the main voice of the anime, and yet Yamada's character still manages to shine through by doing simple things, her actions, her mannerisms, or through cute noises or gestures. With Yamada, you can clearly tell her motives and feelings by these small and simple cues, and this allows the anime to show us viewers just how much of a best girl that she really is. Now, of course, the anime also has other characters in it, but what I really love about The Dangers in My Heart is that these characters are all NPCs and they know their damn place. We get enough information about them to like them as characters, but they only serve to tie stories together between Ichikawa and Yamada. They never take the main focus away from them, rather they appear to either strengthen one of their characters, to be used as part of a gag, or to be used as a purpose for the two main characters to be in a situation together. They are there to serve the story, not take us out of it, and I really like that. Now, before we move on to the final point, do you know what the craziest thing about this anime trending #1 all season is? Do you want to know what makes this even more impressive of a feat? Well, it's a season 2. Traditionally, unless you are one of these big shonen anime, your season 2 ends up pretty much left on the side of the road. You know, that dark part of your watch list that you feel all the guilt about. It's that game you pick up with all intention of earning that beautiful platinum trophy. The story was great, what an amazing game, but then it is left unfinished because there is another shiny game out that everyone is talking about. However, this is not The Dangers in My Heart, man. No, this is trending so hard because it executes this part of the story so damn well. Key area number 3, the journey. They have made the journey between Ichikawa and Yamada getting closer so damn addictive that I'm sure the UK government is going to whack a bunch of tax on it. Season 1 was just the beginning. That only introduced us to these two characters and made us feel like we wanted them to be together. They kept their feelings to themselves and tiptoed around each other when it came to making a move. The whole mood was, I like them, but I don't think they'd ever see me in that way. This ties back to the relatability aspect that this anime does so well. The Dangers in My Heart Season 2, the gloves are off and we are hardcore getting these feelings out there. The guards of these two characters is lowered and we are seeing their intimate side. At this point, we know Ichikawa and Yamada as if they were freaking family. We are invested in them and their love. Heck, I think we want it harder than they do at this point. The rate at which these two are growing together is probably one of the most wholesome journeys I've witnessed in a romance anime. It's up there for sure. With the foreplay of season 1 left behind us, each and every week of its second season is giving us the real juicy stuff, and it's been executed to near perfection. We're getting the major moments and the huge plays, as this is heavily concentrating on the raw emotion these two are feeling, and it's the sweetest, it's the most diabetes show ever. Mom! Now, I honestly see The Dangers in My Heart continuing to trend at #1 for the rest of this season, and that's because it's a killer romance story. But what are we going to do when next season comes around and this show isn't airing anymore? Well, check out this video where I talk about a really good looking school romance anime coming out this spring. But guys, that's it from me. I'll see you soon for some more. Till then, you take care. Peace, peace!